All right. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Maybe just gone to bed. So we've probably got an hour to do it. Maybe we can get an hour and a half, and then I'll hear the baby screaming, and then have to go check. Hopefully, it doesn't wake mommy up too much, so she can get some rest this evening. Yeah. So I have no real plans. I had an idea like, oh, let's make a game of some sort. Obviously, giving myself an hour, probably doable, but I'm probably going to get super distracted, so probably not going to get much done. But at least we can, I don't know, make a project and then see what happens. So I'm just going to pop onto code. Remember your code. Here's my GitHub. I was thinking, hey, let's go on ChatGPT and see what they got and make sure it's nice and big so that everyone can see it. Okay. Can you give me some game ideas? I don't know. Let's just do mobile game ideas that I can use to create a game in less than an hour. Let's see what the AI has to say. Okay, Tappy Bird. Endless runner with jumping. Okay. Memory match, a grid of cards. Okay. Clear the grid by finding all the pairs. Click a game. Simon Says. Sliding puzzle. Okay. Dodge the blocks. Okay. Oh, that's like that car game. The old retro game comes to me. Math quiz. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, I'm too tired for math. So, okay, we got some sort of tapping, tap one screen, jumping, and then matching. Sequence games, sliding games. So I don't know. We can maybe yesterday an idea like the old breakout game came to my mind, but maybe I like this is what I saw. You know what? Let's Tappy Wheel. Let's go the first one. Tappy. Let's go the last one. No, it's that. Dodge the blocks. Swapping left to right. But it's is there any other? let's see what reaction timer prompt prepare to use signal color bubble pop time limit or without missing a certain number. Escape the maze. Platformer. I mean, oh, there's a bug flying in my face. Color match. Whack-a-mole. Oh. Flip a coin. Balloon avoider. Catch falling items. Guess the word. Swipe to sort. Huh? Oh, that's that. Okay, that's that game. You know, you match the colors probably or something. I don't know. Okay, a bunch of ideas. Let's just go with the first section. We don't have much time for like advanced 3D game. I said less than an hour, so let's just mobile game ideas that can be created quickly. Let's see what Copilot has. Now let's check that one and Copilot. Oops, this is the wrong browser. Let me open the other one. Otherwise, that's going to go into enterprise nonsense. So then we're going to be stuck there with weird mobile game ideas that I can create in less than an hour. We're going to have to pick a game real soon because we've already been like 5 minutes or 10 minutes Probably not 10 minutes, more like 5 minutes. Let's see. Come on, Copilot. Tap, whack-a-mole, match 'em up, endless runner, tappy bird. Let's crank that to, oh, that's my previous thing. I was trying to get it to generate a nice picture, but decided to blur my face, and it's like, I can't understand. Okay, let's just do whack-a-mole, right? And I don't know if anyone ever played Pie Gates. I mean, this one. Okay, I go. Is there a website where I get a account? No, oh, that's probably not Pie Gates game. There we go. Oh, Bible Gates. Oh, download a random zip. Internet Archive. Okay. One of these looks hideous and terrible. Let's not do that. I just realized that's going to be in order to make it complicated, you need bigger screen, and we got on your phone. Whack-a-mole, yeah. Match them up, endless run. Let's do one of those endless runners, and you swipe left and right, and there's like a 3-lane. What are they called? It doesn't matter. We're not going to use any other examples besides this thing. So let's going to do this. What are we going to call this? Make a new repo. We're going to make it in my one, and we're going to call this Live Racer. Live runner. There we go. A game where you have to keep running, or you die. And this can be like a time. There we go. Time game. Is that a README? Because us, Visual Studio, and of course we love MIT because that's, I don't know, it's the one I used. So okay, there we go. And let's just quickly clone with GitHub Desktop. I mean, I can use other stuff, but let's not get too live runner. Okay, and there. So I'm going to use .NET MAUI because it's the one I'm most familiar with, and also I work on the product, so we'll see. I don't actually know what version I've got installed yet. We don't even know if it works. I know I updated a bunch of stuff. So GitHub, and this is called this live runner, right? And this one is the live runner app. Live runner app. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. There's a bug there. It's always distracting me. Okay, let's just do that. So I suppose if I'm trying to do a desktop app and a mobile app, that's fine. We can go left and right. It's like a vertical running. But if it's a desktop one with a wide screen, we probably can do advanced graphics. We're not going to be able to get to do much graphics. I mean, I'm probably going to download a picture of a car. There we go. All right, let's just make sure everything runs. I'm just going to use a Windows one. This will be cool because I can make the UI responsive. I don't know. Let me just assume that that thing, what do we call it? Fonts and colors. And I don't know if there's a feature to like just make everything bigger, but what's there like environment? Here we go. And then plain text. See, this used to be editable, and now it's not. It doesn't matter, right? Because who cares what's happening in the left-hand side? That's not important. I did hit run. It's still building. It's probably downloading some RC nuggets. I did install the latest bits a couple of days ago, and I haven't run it yet. Let's see. No, it's .NET 8, 82. Okay, well, we're just going to use that. So we could make it in like pure XAML, right? Moving stuff down the screen, or we could try and do it like on a drawing surface, right? So we have like the Chrome in the XAML, like buttons, menu buttons, start a new game, score counters or something in XAML, and then we could have the game. I mean, well, I suppose, yeah. Let's do a game surface, right? That'll allow us to didn't build for some reason. Oh no. I cancel the build quickly. Oh, it's in a terrible state. Build is cancelled because XAML build operation running. I ran too fast. I don't quite know what's happening. No, let's just quit that and start again. Oh my goodness. Right out the bat. This is the stable Visual Studio. I could just run, let's just do git process ms build. Let's just do that. Can I do it again? Nope. .NET. Oh no, okay, right, we kill everything. Div and there we go. Let's start again. That was a little bit of an exciting start. No, there we go. Almost opened a project that's slowing me down. Okay, so I'm going to use the way I'm going to do it is let's just make that 120 for the screen. So I'm going to have the game. The game is probably going to just to start off have 2 pages, like a start game. It's going to jump straight into a page, and then I'm probably going to put the Chrome, like the score, whatever, timing and stuff like that, in a label and stuff. So I don't have to worry about drawing that, and then just have the character like running and dodging obstacles as like a drawn thing, so that I don't know, it can be more fun. I mean, I could do it in the XAML. I mean, it's not going to be as easy to do things like I mean, animation left and right, hitting an object. Yeah, let's mix it all up. Let's just make it easy. So I'm not going to do the menus and stuff just yet. Oops. I'm actually just going to say, okay, let's run this app. Oops, I deleted the button. It's going to fade the build and any of this. And then, of course, once you've got the info, sort of the base game existing, we can decide what team we want. If we want some special, what is this, the running? Are you a person? Are you a chicken trying to do something? Let's just do an endless runner and get white blocks and red blocks and blue blocks, and we'll focus on getting that done. Now, of course, it's really concerning. It's not building. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay, first build done. We're basically software engineers at this point. Let me crank that up to 160. There we go. Oh, no, to 140. Okay. There's our app. There's absolutely nothing useful on there. So it's a shell app. We'll keep it for that now. You can always remove it later if you don't want to be shell. We've got our main page, and let's keep this as main page, and it should be game page, but we'll rename it later because we have to rename a bunch of stuff. It's annoying. So I am going to use Gear Sharp because obviously I work on that project as well. So we're going to just do that. I'm going to add that. That's going to be the drawing. Maui has a drawing, the Maui graphics. You can do it. I use it in some projects, but in this case, I'm not super familiar with the Maui graphics APIs, and it will slow me down. And already I am 4 minutes in. And we're going to use the latest preview. Okay. So for our screen, let's just get the basics. We're going to have a grid, and that grid is going to basically, if I open Paint, let's open Paint, the official drawing app. And I've got a touch screen, so nice, I can make this bigger. Okay, there's assuming my cool mobile game. I'm probably going to click on the pencil, and I'm going to go black. And basically, I'm going to have the game over here. Let's Let's crank that up. Wherever the thickness is. I don't know where the thickness is. Pencil. I don't know where the thickness is. It doesn't matter, right? We got our game here, and I'm gonna have at the top. I'm gonna have like, let's just do it. Oh, how can paint freeze? Seriously? There we go. This would be like score, and this will be like, I don't know, just a random number, like, coin count, whatever. We're going to pick up coins, and we're going to make it 20 just so we can see it. Oops. Okay, coin count. And of course, then we're going to have maybe like time over here. Time, and this will be like, 20 seconds. No, minutes. Let's just do, been playing for 7 minutes and 20 seconds, and that's we can figure out how to do high scores. Do we want to do time-based high scores or score like that, or whatever? And of course, we're probably going to have a back button somewhere. Maybe we'll stick other back button, somewhere. And then this is the main page, and maybe we have something at the bottom. And of course, for the screen, let's assume we're having a 3. Let's make it red. A 3. 3 virtual starts. So you got your little guy over there, and you got some sort of obstacles over here, and then you swipe with the arrows to move your little guy around to what. If you hit bad things, you die. If you hit good things, you get, I don't know, points. So let's do that. Let's just do basic enders round. There's going to be like a rock in the way, and you pick up a coin and you get a point. So let's go with that. And that should be the MVP, I think. And of course, as I said, the labels will be text, and of course we can put Chrome and additional stuff everywhere. So keep that as our reference. Oops, Visual Studio just vanished. So the way, let's go back to that amazing image. So basically, we're probably going to have a grid, and then we're going to have the score and the time, this game, and then, I don't know, let's go right to the bottom for now. And then, yeah, okay. So we're going to grid. This is going to have row definitions. This is going to have an auto row for the top and a star for the thing. The columns, we're going to have, let's just do 2 columns for now. And this is a line to the left, that's a line to the right. So columns is going to be star, comma, star. And that's it. So let's have a let's have a label, and we're going to call this oops, it's going to be text equal to score. Actually, let's do let's just run the app. Actually, label another label for the other one, and then of course we're going to have. Oops, I need to add this gear control XML namespace gear is equal to gear sharp. Oh, I did it wrong, guys. Gear sharp dot views dot maui dot controls. I don't want the native controls. I need to use the Maui controls. So gear sharp views dot to restore. There you go, Maui controls. Okay, I need to come up with a cool namespace for that, so we don't have to deal with that horror show each time. And of course, we can have a skier. And this is for right now. I'm just going to use a canvas view. No need for separation. Okay. Let's run this, and let's run. I've got hot reload enabled. Let's check. Tools. I don't know. This hot reload. I was testing something with some preview stuff that's enabled. And the C# is enabled. Oh, that was VS Code I was doing. We don't need the properties. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know why. Okay, cancel. If I go check the locals, probably going to be incredibly hard to see, but I forgot a very important thing. I need to do use sharp. There we go. IntelliSense, come on AI. Let's try that again. There we go. Waiting for it. Come on. We see nothing. Probably because the canvas is not rendering anything, we don't have anything telling it to render. It is a bit slow by jumping like that. So obviously we've got that home. Let's just quickly hide that home. No, let's open the XAML Live preview. Typically, and then of course we're gonna put all. There we go. And let's make this a bit smaller. Core stack. And let's make this pretend it's a phone. So we can fit. There we go. All right. Look at that. Amazing. Quickly hide that so we don't have to deal with that. So obviously I need to do shell dot what is it? Title? No. Nav bar is visible, and we're going to do false. Done. All right. Okay, so our page is actually, we're going to do background and we're going to do white, just so that we have a known thing. For dark and light mode, we don't have that. Everyone's on light mode. Okay, so we can just put over here, let's just quickly put some text in here, and I'm going to use label dot formatted text, because that's cool. And then I'm going to do a span formatted string and span, and this span is going to have text is equal to score, and then of course another one will be like, let's just do hash hash hash. Okay, this is going to be in grid. Oh, it's white. Okay, this is dark mode, right? Let's add some padding here. And we're going to make that padding, I think, 24. There we go. All right, so it's not perfect, but we're going to just deal with that for now. And we'll figure out the light mode and dark mode. And let's do, what are we not doing score? This one was time. And this is going to be obviously in grid.column1. There we go. And this is going to be horizontal options and done. Look at that. We are geniuses. Okay. We'll do font sizes and everything later. And then, of course, we need to start drawing something on the screen. And then once we've got a picture on the screen, we can then write a little game engine, if you will, paint surface, and do on draw game. Okay. Let's get that paint surface. Let's see. And I can do e.surface.canvas. And let's do canvas.clear. And sk color. Go red quickly. Sure, we see something. It. Pretty sure I pressed enter. There we go. Save that. It's all the reloads reloading. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Now, obviously, That's not quite what I want. Does it have a render? I don't have a render loop. So we'll set up a render loop there, but first off, we need to grid.row is equal to 1, and grid.column span is equal to 2, right? Boom, there we go. Look at that. And let's add a bit of spacing in here. Spacing, row spacing, and I'll do 12. There we go. Let's go back to our game. Look at that amazing game. So now we're going to draw a little thing here. We do the touch in a second, but the first thing we want to do is sort of write a bit of game logic to just make progress happen, right? So you're running, I don't know where you would put your person, maybe somewhere there, maybe, yeah. And for now, we just do that, and we have stuff, falling down the screen, and if you hit them, we'll do like a death or a reset, and of course, if you get a point, you'll add some points. But yeah, enough of that for now. So there we go. We've got a game rendering, saving that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do on override. Oops. Well, let's just do handler. Handler changed. Okay. So before the handler change, if handler is now, handler is the sort of the native, it handles things that happen when they happen in the virtual view. So when I add a button to the screen, that's a Maui button, and then Maui will create a handler that would then put the real platform button on the screen. So the handler is like a two-way communication between the XAML control and what is actually on the screen. So what I want to do is right now, I want to sort of start a timer when the handler is something and stop it when it's nothing. So before the handler changed, I don't know, no, let's just not get super clever. Let's got a blue squiggle here. Okay, restart the application. All right. So if after the change of handler is now, then we're going to do is what should we just do a timer? No, dispatcher. Else. Let's just dispatcher dot create timer, and we're going to do on timer tick. Let's just do that. Oh, all of a sudden IntelliSense appearing. That's not correct. Let's do underscore timer, and do underscore timer dot private this timer. Okay, could be now. So we create a timer, and then timer dot, we're going to do interval. We're going to do time span dot from milliseconds. So let's be cool. We want to do every 16 milliseconds. So 1,000 divided, and we want 60 frames. Right? I believe that's correct. Let's go to the calculator. 1, 2, 3, divide into 60. Yeah, 16.6666666. So that's a double. Let's do double, right? Get the perfect. So there we go. Create a timer, and of course underscore timer dot is repeating. It's true. Underscore timer dot probably start, right? Start. But we probably want to also underscore timer dot tick as equals timer tick. So timer tick. Okay, and of course, if the handler is dead, we want to dot stop is equal to null, right? We want to cancel that. stop the timer, and you know what? Yep. So this page is going to handle the UI stuff. This we're actually going to move probably somewhere else, but for now we keep it there. And the timer tick. Obviously, we need to invalidate the surface. So let's give that a name. And we're going to call this game surface. There we go. Oops. Invalidate surface. Does not exist in the current context. Oh, let's just make this a not so nested. There we go. So we've got a page. It has a timer to start the timer, and then of course we're going to draw it. And let's just quickly canvas.draw text, and of course let's just draw date time now dot UTC now dot to string, and let's run that at, I don't know, let's do 100 by 100 and new. Let's use, there we go, just new, and of course let's do new font, the new things. There we go. So we're just gonna make sure things are ticking over. And then of course I'm gonna start creating the game. Waiting, obviously. Oh, why are taking long again? I mean, it's like it hasn't even started loading. Then boom, done. Okay, whatever. Who knows? Figure that out. Probably it's streaming and it's like 200% of my battery being used. There we go. There's a timer and a super small magnifier. There we go. Look at that counting. It's pretty cool. Okay. Can I get out of here? Let's make it a little bit less crazy. Do the 400. And what was the shortcut again? Control. Windows 1. Oh my gosh. Broke everything. To give me the shortcuts. I don't know. Quit it. There we go. Okay, there's the game running. And of course, that. So let's get the game logic up and running. Oh, I crashed something, not game surface. Now, okay, I need to probably need to figure that out. If handler is now, or if dot handler is now, let's just see if we can not crash every time we close the game. That'll be very annoying. There we go, much quicker to run this time. Oh dear. Something is. Okay. Maybe there's an exception deep. Can I? Oh, I can view the source. Yeah, I shouldn't be debugging base.dispatcher queue. Oh dear. Probably need to check if. There we go. Okay. There's a bug in the skill control, but that's okay. When the handler is okay, let's do this. Right. I wonder if I can. Window. No. One last attempt, and then we just never quit our game for now. So what's happening in the native control the Maui and the skier shot control. The loop is still running, however, it's been disconnected from the actual window. So this is probably actually not going to be the thing. Let's see. Yeah. The way I can hash if Windows. So annoyingly, but just to quickly work around this, window game surface dot handler dot platform view dot this platform view as framework element. Let's go with that. FFE and if FE dot this is here is now or is not a framework element, or if the dispatcher queue is now. There we go. That should work. So basically, I'm just going straight into the native controls. This is basically a native Maui control. It was not the dispatcher queue. If it's now, this is Windows specific. That's why I've got it in there. It doesn't work on anyone else. I probably need to check to see if Android breaks, but there we go. So this logic, oh my goodness. Okay, Windows is not running through, right? Okay, so there we've got our basic ticker ticking. So let's build the game. Add, no, let's not skip that. So we can do class game. And this game is going to have obviously an update and a draw cycle. Okay, there we go. And we're going to draw the canvas. And let's just use that. So private go. And of course, we're going to do dot update and so game dot draw canvas and e dot info dot width e dot info height. So it's the canvas bounds. Now I'm going to delete the update. Okay, we'll keep it there. Keep it there. We're going to do int width int. There we go, right? And we just move this into a new file for posterity. Accessibility modifiers, you can make that public, but we're going to move that to game. Okay. There we go. We've done our game. So our main page, it's a bit of XAML, doesn't do much. We have on this page, we have set up a timer to update the let's to update the sort of a timer to update, tell the canvas to update. When the canvas is updating, it's going to tell the game, hey, it's time for you to do the thing. We're doing everything on the on draw. Is that the greatest place? Probably not. Probably like in the timer tick, we run the game update frame. You know what? Let's do that. I have your background for it. Let's just keep it for now. Okay. So here's our game. We can fix namespaces and types and whatever. So our game consists of, let's just, I don't know what. Oh, so we're going to have, this game is, rather than having exact coordinates, we're going to use game relative coordinates. What I mean by that is, like if you've got the person, it's at the running chap, is he going to be left, middle, or right? Maybe we do 4 columns, so we're not going to do, left, middle, right, but we're going to do, maybe index space as row 0. So for example, this will be, let's make that blue. This is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, right? So we keep track of our player at that location. So we do int, private int, player location, and we just start off with, just keep it like that, So let's do private int lane count, right? And we're going to start off with 3, and this one is going to be in position 1, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, and it's position 1 in the middle. So we're not going to do red. What we're going to do is we're going to do, let's just quickly do white. You know what? I wonder if I can write all of this now in the live screen. I probably should be using underscores to be consistent, but we'll live and learn. Wait for the app to run. And in every frame, do it. And then, of course, when you're dragging, we do whatever we do dragging, and we just trigger the update. Okay, let's make this much narrower. Let's make this much smaller. I want to keep it just there, just so that I can accidentally check to see if anything explodes in the logs. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is just going to draw, rather than the text, we're going to do a circle. It represents me. We're going to do 0. All right. So the center point, let's just do 100, 100, and the radius is 100, and we're going to do new paint, right? Save to hot reload. Yeah, there we go. That's an amazing circle. That's who I am. So let's just do const and do player size, and we're going to do, I don't know, let's do 24, right? X, Y, and the radius is player size divided by 2. There we go. That's who I am. We'll replace it with like a sprite. We can do sprites later. On our player position, I don't know where we're going to find these XY coordinates. Maybe when the update happens, we want to update. I wonder if we can do that. The update's going to happen with the canvas size, right? Let's just say the window is resizing. Make it green. Wow. Okay, let's do green. Green's way cooler. And we can draw a road. All right. So then we want to do private. Oops. Private. Let's do escape point. Player. Let's do player. Location. Right. So there's 3 lanes, and of course we want it to be lane 1. Then we're going to use that to calculate exactly where it is. So because we're vertical, we're going to do var lane width is equal to width divided to lane count, and of course we're going to do that. Player location is equal to new escape point. For now, let's do that, and let's just do width divided into it'll be lane width times player lane, and of course the y we're just going to do 200. Or let's just do HEI height take away, let's go player size. There we go. So the x is going to be just the lane. Technically we want to take away underscore player size. Let's just do that. Let's just make this x. So we're doing a bit of math there. The baby has woken up. And of course, we need to draw this at that location. So it's gone totally. Let's see where that happened. Let's put a breakpoint over here. Their location. Okay, doesn't want to IntelliSense me. Width 400. Oh my gosh, there's no. This code is running. Let's just restart. I don't put it quite know. Let's see, width is 400. 400 divided to lane count. It's 3. So let's just do 600 divided 3 is 200. So I'm doing lane width. 200 times their lane should be, in this case. Oh, are we off? It's lane. No, it should be lane 1. Not in the right place, but we'll figure out the coordinates. There you go, right at the bottom. Okay, I need to do the window size. So let's just quickly draw lane lines. Let's just make this a real boy. Private int lane width. And of course, we're going to do green, and we're going to do for I is equal to 0, while I is smaller than lane count, I plus plus, lane width, and we're going to do canvas.raw line. Okay, and we're going to do, let's just do x times I, right? X and Y will be 0. The 1 will be width times I, and of course HCI height. And of course we're going to do, just do black. No, we can't do black because that's going to be solid color. Let's just do a line paint, and we're just going to do paint is equal to new escape paint, and this is going to be style. It's going to be stroke. So we're going to draw a line. Save that. There we go. So lane count. So we're drawing a line from 0 to there, to 0 to there, and we're using the paint. Okay, but why lane width times I? Lane count, let's just quickly hover over that. Lane count is 3. So let's do the first one. Oops. Okay. Line width is 0. Okay, I understand why it's not working. That's the second line. Just quickly pause the camera there. Okay. Obviously, we're working with a 0-based index, so we actually don't want to do that. We want to do a 1-based index because the first line is always going to be right. So we do lane count plus 1, and then we save that. And 1. No, I did it wrong. Let's put the camera back on. Lane width is 196 and I is 1, right? Done. Then we get the second line. That's 300. What's the width? 500. So where is my second line? Maybe the previous broken. Oh, the previous not showing my line. Okay, that's fun. There for a second. You know what? I can make the width and make it 5 for now. There we go. So there's our lanes basically in place. Now, obviously, if our width is 6, we probably want to do take away 3 just to make sure that we are centered. There we go. And as you see, there's the end line. So actually, we don't want that. There we go. So we have 3 lines perfectly drawn. That's not going to be what we keep there. We can keep it there for now. So this is a raw temp lane lines for the rest of the lane lines. This is that. So now we got our dot here. This player location, we want him to be in the center of the lane. Player location, here we go. So we've got the lane width. We have figured out, okay, we've got him in the right location. For example, let's just quickly take this off, right? He's there. Obviously, we need to do -3, I think, to center it exactly. Yeah. So let's yeah, make it 1. I think there we go. The issue wasn't the fact that the stroke was 0, which means headline. So there we go. All right. So we don't have to do that. So there we go. We got our guy, but we actually need to know, hey, we want to take away, subtract, divided by 2. There we go. Center. And how far from the bottom do we want? Well, let's just take away, let's make a new thing here. We're going to call this, game padding, right? And we're going to do this. I don't know. Let's make it 48, right? So just general padding where things shouldn't be touching in the zone, right? So if I was to draw a rectangle, which we can see here, canvas.draw rect. And of course we can do, let's just do skrect.create width, comma, h height. And then of course we're going to do, I think, inflate. Oh dear. All right, can I do it? The API has never been the greatest of amazements, right? And we're going to do actually negative. Oops, I had a typo there. And of course, we need to do line paint. Go. What does the real image look like? There we go. So that's, I think I did it. There we go. So that's the padding where nothing really should be in that zone. So let's do these paints properly. So let's do over here, we do private sk paint, and we're going to call this let's do line paint is equal to new, and of course we're going to do stroke new, my bad, stroke width, and we're going to do is equal to 1. All right, I think that's all we need. Oh, we need to do the style too. Oh, I've lost control of my keyboard. And of course we're going to do style is equal to stroke. There we go. Let's keep that, and then we reuse these in all the drawings. Oh my goodness, I feel like my computer is randomly popping up things. Okay, value cannot be now. Oh, it's because I added a new field and I initialized it in the field, but that's never going to run. Okay, there's our game. Obviously, it's not amazing with a widescreen, but we will fix that with like a max width or something. So there we go, right? Our lanes are amazing. So what are we going to do next to try and attempt the things to forward? So we want to actually start to modernize, or not modernize, make this game rather than just a picture on the screen. We're going to need, like, let's call it class sprite or obstacles or objects. Sprite. This sprite is going to have public is to int lane get set, right? That's going to exist in one of the lanes. It's going to do public int, and let's just do so we do that offset. Let's do offset. Let's do vertical offset, right? Let's just do basic things for now. Get set. So that's going to represent, it's going to slide down the screen, and then of course when we change either one of those, we're going to do let's do public escape point, and we're going to do location. Okay, so we're going to have a sprite, because this is going to have the physical location where it's going to be drawn, but these are going to be just things I'm doing now. I'm just sort of playing it out in my mind. Yeah, none of it's going to move for now. This is probably going to need a private int, and we're going to do run speed, and we're going to do, I don't know, 20. Let's go with that. I don't know, 20 pixels a second, maybe. Who knows? 20 pixels a second. So what we want to do is going to have a collection of sprites. We're going to do a the same void and draw. Okay, right. So we're going to update. Let's create a list of all the sprites, right? So we have private list sprite, and we're going to do sprites. Let's equal to new, right? We're going to have a new sprite. So let's just stop the gain. Private read only. Create a new list, right? And let's do a public constructor. Okay, public game. And of course, we're just going to go ahead and add a single sprite for now. New, and of course, let's create a new class obstacle There we go, sprite. And sticker. I don't think that's how you spell obstacle. Let's have a look. Obstacle. Goodness, obstacle. Okay, so when the game starts, we're going to put an obstacle in there. We're going to make it move. The player, we're not working with the player right now. The player's going to be done later. You know what? Let's just do it a hacky way for now, and we're going to make this lane is equal to 1, right? We're just going to make him lane 1, the same lane as the player. You'll figure it out later. For example, the player technically could be a sprite, but let's just put in there so we can do some additional things. Okay, so all our sprites, we've got an object doesn't really do anything, but when the update happens, I mean, we could potentially, let's run speed. So obviously, how fast are we going to do it? Well, yeah, let's do public int, and let's do speed, right? When the speed happens, we're just going to do that for now. Speed is going to equal to, there we go. Solve our problem later. We don't actually need the vertical offset now that we've got. Yeah, let's just do that. So when the frame updates, we're going to do location is equal to new location, and we're going to do location dot lane, location. Well, let's just recalculate that lane width. Calculate that. There we go. So the location. And this is where we're using the things lane count. How is a good way to organize? Should the game move the stuff that we don't actually have? Yeah, let's just do that. The update is not happening here. The update happens in the game. So we're going to do your current lane and then your current location. There we go. So let's leave the update of the game cycle to move all the sprites. If the sprite has its animation, it's going to be in its own world. For example, let's say the sprite is a player running. It's going to be the update of the sprite is going to actually only be the sprite run animation versus, you know, positioning and stuff, right? The sprite is like its own world. It's relative to itself only. So speed and movement, that is relevant relative to the game. So the game has to manage it, right? So let's just go with that. Who knows if that's a great great idea. So we do sprite dot location is equal to new, and of course we want to have basically this. Obviously, we're assuming sprite has 0 size, which we'll fix in a second. And of course, the y location will be sprite dot, and of course, we're doing totally the wrong way, but dot, we'll fix that as well, plus equals speed. There we go. Right. Oh, plus speed, that right here. There we go. So raw player, and then raw sprites. So the game was created. We're adding a single item. It's going to be position 0, but it should move down at an extremely high speed. Let's wait for it. Fingers crossed. Position should be 0. Oh, I'm not drawing anything. Very important. So let's just copy this draw circle. When you draw this canvas is going to draw a dot at the location, and we're going to do this. Let's just do 20 for now. There we go. And we're going to, for testing reasons, when the sprite reaches the end, we're going to loop him. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed there's enough time on screen. Oh, let's see. Oh, I did not update sprites, update player. Of course, we now need to quickly sprite dot, come on, IntelliSense, canvas width. Might have to go and see what's happening with the little baby. She's having a little bit of a sing-song, which is obviously not super amazing. You know what, let's just do this. New y, we can do new y is equal to that. If new y greater than hi, we're gonna just do new y is equal to 0, right? We're just gonna reset it for now. There we go. Look at that. Wee, wee. Okay, now obviously speed is totally based on my frame rate, which is not great. Obviously, want it to be a static one, and then we will do that. So the reason we're doing things moving down, we're actually going to fake the whole system. The player is not moving. We're going to give the illusion of it moving by moving all the contents down. So for example, I can effectively, let's go ahead and add 2 and 0, right? We're adding a sprite in every lane. Obviously, each item can have different speeds, but maybe we're chasing cars, or cars in front of us, maybe backing about. But let's just do that. Whoops. Why do I only have one? Did I lane width? Player lane. Sprite dot lane. There we go. Come guys. There we go. Lane. If I'm in lane 0. Oops. But remember, lane's at index space. We need to +1. Save that. There we go. So we got obstacles. Impossible to skip. We will obviously, when we generate the obstacles and coins and stuff, we should never generate obstacles all in a row. There should always be the offset, so you can pop and pop back. Right now for things, but I think I'm gonna have to pause this for now and push the code up, and then I'm also very tired, so I'll take a rest, and maybe tomorrow we can have a look at whatever we want to have a look at next year. I'm quite tired right now. But yeah, we got the thing running down. We got the thing looping. Maybe we can have a look at when it goes off the screen, we kill it, and we have a spawning at random locations, random Y offsets, and maybe figure out a better. Let's make some comments here. Raw temp padding line. Raw player, and of course raw sprites. In fact, we probably want to have all the sprites underneath the players. There we go. And then just, you know what, let's do this right. Let's just do player, even though it's right for now technically. And and I think size, right? Size should be part of the sprite. So we should just do private read only, and let's just make it underscore player, right? Is equal to new. There we go. All right, so player dot location, and of course we just fix all of those ones. Player dot draw. Like that. Let's do that. Can we save that? Oops, edit. I'm gonna squiggle. So I updated the fields. Yeah, the reason I'm doing things moving down is if the player had to, move up, right? You would have to because the camera is going to be focused on the player, you're going to be like moving the player to like keeps going. And then of course we're having to move all the contents down anyway. And the player's in the exact same location. So there's no point in having like variables tracking all the movements. We're just going to track the locations as they come down. We have to check and see a bunch of stuff, but basically this is something like Flappy Bird, right? For those of you know what Flappy Bird is, or any side scroller that doesn't allow you to go back. For example, one of those endless runners. You just an animation running, at the bottom of the screen, and the world moves around you. Well, the world doesn't move. The stuff on the world items move down, right? Let's say you got a grass that's running by. That's just like a sprite that moves down, and when it gets to the bottom, it just pops to the top. You don't even see it because it's a repeating sprite. So in this case, he's running down. You know what? Let's take out the middle lane. The player lane was 1, and of course, remember I did that thing, but lane was 1 based. I did over here where the advanced mathematics was found, the sprite location, and the sprite lane plus 1. This player location. You know what? Let's just do sprites, and can I add a player to the sprite? What makes the sprite super special? The location? Okay, maybe I need to do the sprite speed. Let's do this thing. Public bool fixed is fixed location. Let's do that. And its player will be public player. Right, there we go. Give it a cool name. Yeah. So let's create a new player and do underscore sprites dot add. Let's not do that. Let's keep that. We do that. So instead of having, we're going to do let's do underscore all sprites. There we go. Sprites. So then all sprites. Let's not do that. Trying to solve word problems. Player location, player lane plus 1. Player dot lane. Player lane. Right. Quickly rename these two actual things. We've got 3 lanes. We've got the lane width. We'll figure it out, right? So we update the player based on the lane width. This is unfortunately copied code, but it is what it is. Of course, yeah. To do sprite has moved off the edge, so move it. There we go. Let's just do that. I'm just gonna quickly, even though it's not the greatest, sprite location, sprite dot location is equal to new, and we're gonna do location dot x, and of course we're just gonna do 0. So remove it from dot y. So if we go off the edge of the screen, let's reset. We're going to replace this with real logic. probably don't need to do this calculation every time. You know, we probably need to have like a screen bounds changed event that we can sort of just do this one time, but for now it's fine. When it's drawing, we clear the screen, we're drawing the temporary lane lines, we're drawing the sprites, we're drawing the player, and we're drawing the padding line just for us. So let's just move to sprite. And of course, we're going to move to player. And move to obstacle. Oh, let's just move this. I don't know why it doesn't want to move. But for now, I'm just going to paste it there. Okay, let's try moving it again. Your studio is trying to be difficult. Trying to be very difficult. So let's just cut it, save it, paste it, save it. See if it detects now. There we go. Okay, so let's just make this a new folder, add a new folder, and we're going to call this new folder game components, right? This is sort of the game engine, if you will, of Super Player and Sprite. Yes. And you know what? Let's adjust namespaces so we can be cool. We can be uniform. Oh my goodness, it's going to take forever. There we go. So let's have a look at everything we've got. We've got our game. Our game is going to have a couple of variables, which we're going to figure out. Display size, which we're not using, I don't think, at this point. Yeah. So we probably need to figure this out, but we've got some line paint. And of course, we've got some information to hold. This probably should be a const as well. Okay. Of course, we've got our sprites. This is to start off to do temporary obstacles. Okay. We make sure the player and the sprites are in the right location. You know what? Let's put that afterwards. And then, of course, we draw the lines, draw the sprite, draw the player. And then, of course, our sprite is just basically a container to hold some stuff and does some drawing. Now, we can do virtual void. And actually, let's do nothing, right? So obstacle, override, draw, and we're going to draw whatever the base is. Let's go with that for now. And draw a circle, right? And this circle is going to be 20 over 2, whatever that is. I don't know why 20 over 2. Let's just do 15. That's the obstacle. And of course, for the player, because we're cool, we're going to do override. And this will be make this 20. Right, so we're obviously going to have to replace all of that with actual sprites. Let's see. So we should have a bunch of dots running down. The dots, the player's slightly bigger spot over there, and that's all it's doing. It's obviously we can totally do this in a real game engine. This is probably like, you know, set speeds and stuff. But the point is to play around, and we're going to do some with Maui later. But there we go. So basically, there's our sprites happening. We're probably going to need some separate logic to spawn them in a nice place, and then of course handle left and right, as well as properly. Let's put a comment for that. But I think we're going to leave it at that today. We've got a basic movement. Obviously, I would love to be able to code until my fingers fall off, but that's not. It's not gonna keep me. Okay, update sprite location y new y. Here we go. Run speed. Okay, and obviously the player's moving. So let's just do this. To do speed should not be directly added and should be based on delta side. There we go. Let's just do that comment there for now. Okay, so that's super amazing, super exciting. Let's just add a to-do here so we don't forget to do. Use a real sprite, and again with a player. Let's just do that for now. We don't have to have real sprites. Okay. Yeah. And for example, we can maybe also have a look at making the ground move, and that will just be another sprite that's moving. And I'm going to show you how we can do some cool stuff to basically only ever load like 3 images or something. Not 3 images, only ever have like 3 or whatever. Let's just say we've got a sprite that's the screen height is 600 and the sprite height is going to be, I don't know, 100. You would have only 6 sprites being rendered, and then you just, when it rolls off the edge, you draw it on the top again. So, yeah. I think we also need to maybe clean up some of the logic, but basically, I think that's enough fun for tonight. Yeah, let's see if we can get maybe tomorrow I'll stream again. I have to go look at some Gearsharp stuff. The PR, make sure the PR we made 2 days ago is ready to go. The update can be merged and we can push it out so that people can play with it, such as ourselves. And then if that goes all well, maybe we can do, just have a look and see what else is there to some other community PRs. Yeah, and then maybe we can hop back in the game and we can add a little bit, and we can slowly add things together, and I don't know, just have a little game at the end of the day. I want to also do things like, I want to learn how to do like in-app purchases, and let me just make my face bigger. I want to do things like in-app purchases and submitting to the store. It's going to be interesting to stream that, but yeah, I always wanted to do like, okay, you're making a game, you want to do some in-app purchases or subscriptions or something. Like, for example, in this case, obviously not to make big bucks. It's probably going to be like the minimum that the stores offer. Then I'll probably have a sale on so that people can play a game without having to spend money. But basically, you hit the stone, you're going to die. Maybe you have lives. Maybe I should put like number of lives in the middle, You can stub your toe. We can do Legos. There we go. Look at that. Daddy's running to go feed the baby, and the obstacles are Legos that I am going to be standing on, as well as picking up milk bottles for the baby. There we go. There's that. Since I've got a brand new baby, we should do that. So Daddy's running to save the baby from sticking his finger into the, I don't know, the hot oven. There we go. Well, they can't reach there yet, but it's going to be happening. I can just see the hands reaching out on the hot stuff, so we have to watch out for that. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. I can loop my real life into the game. So yeah, we can. Look at that. Thanks for coming to visit or say hi. And if you're watching and recording, hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully I didn't ramble around too much, and maybe I can make a little mini video series of making a game and then split out various components. Like, in-app purchases, how do we do that? To make a separate video or clip of that as a tutorial. So if anyone has any questions, like how do I do this thing? I have a list of things. And I bet you this is saying it's not used. There we go. Let's cancel that. All right. Well, that was fun. I'm going to check this in now. Adding some initial code from day one. And we're going to add that in. We're going to push that up. Let's make sure the repository is, there we go. Refresh that. There we go. And of course, we can add some CI. That'll be fun. I know there is the push to, the App Center used to have some cool stuff, but now we have to use the other services like TestFlight and the Google Play stuff. So that's all things. It doesn't really to officially make, maybe one day it'll be an amazing game, but it's not really to make the game. It's more to play around and see some stuff. So Anyway, thanks for coming, and yeah, thanks for watching if you're watching this later, and I'll see you at the next party.